know Catch Me Katie since 2017. We know her from way back to 2017. I first saw her back up in the nursery 3, and she had that duct tape on her hoof. It took me a while to notice the duct tape because I didn't see it until I spotted it on the video when Liam zoomed in, and then I didn't see it until Liam zoomed in. I'm watching one of the videos from one of the dates, and then I saw it. Then the following day when we went in, then this when I spotted it. It's only when I went in the following day, and this when I realised. That's when I went. It's only when I saw the duct tape on the video. And one of the dates, and then that's when I knew that she had a sore hoof or something, and I spotted it then when up close, and when I went to see it then the following day in the stud. She heard it. That's the reason why she was in there. I didn't know what she was doing in there, and her foal was jet black. It was huge. I said, "What's he doing in there?" Because he's too big to be in the nursery. He's too big to be in the nursery because the foal was nearly fully grown. Remember, he's nearly fully grown. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He's nearly fully grown at the time. Because I remember seeing him when he was small. He was tiny. I remember seeing him when he was tiny, when he was a lot smaller, when he was in the nursery, so he was a lot smaller. But when we saw him in nursery 3 at the time when she had that duct tape, he was huge. Like, he was too big to be in the nursery. What's he doing in there? He's too big to be in the nursery. He's like, he's looking about 4 or 5 months old or something like that. About 5 months old, nearly 5-6 months old, really. But she had duct tape on her hoof. That's the reason why she was in there. Ashriana. Oh, I loved Ashriana. She was a chestnut mare. Oh, she's absolutely gorgeous. We saw her first up in the Sun Cherries yard. Do you remember? She was a chestnut. Beautiful mare, and I had lovely interactions with her. Lovely interactions with her in the field, and lovely chats with her in the mare stables. Oh, she's a beautiful mare, wasn't she? Ashriana.
Yeah.
Has a lovely name too. And Sibling on her. Oh, God. I'll never forget. Oh, Jesus, that name was a nightmare. Sibling. I had a really nightmare trying to say her name, Sibling, because I might stammer. Because I double barrel. So those double barrel names are very hard to say sometimes because I might stammer. Sibling. So sometimes I had to cut her name short. I often had to call her just Sibling. Just cut her name short because my speech was so bad. I couldn't say her name all the time. I remember I struggled to say her name because of her speech, because of my speech. Sibling. It's a very nightmare to say her name. And Neck Quinn. Neck Quinn's another one. Neck Quinn's quite a nervous mare, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She's a very nervous mare. She's quite nervous. And I met her. I remember trying to feed her carrots, and she kept begging me for more carrots in the open. Remember in the open stable?
Yeah.
Remember the open stable? She kept begging me for more carrots.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Fluntuck. Fluntuck. Remember Fluntuck?
Yeah.
Remember her in the open stable?
Yeah. Did she win for us? Did you go for us?
Remember the 31st of July when we were with Xavier, your nephew. And Xavier was a bit nervous. He thought he's very wary of her because of the way she was reacting, because of the way she attacked me. Unfortunately, he didn't get it on camera. It was a bit gutty he didn't get it on camera. And Abergin Lass, I'll never get that. I kept saying her name wrong in 2017 and beginning of 2000. And some of most of this year, and more or less all of last year, and most of this year, I kept saying her name wrong.
Yeah.
It's only until we saw staff in the mare stables coming towards the end of the season, coming nearly halfway through the season, we saw staff, and I says to her, how do you say her name? Because I'm not sure I was saying her name right. She said Abergin Lass. Because I kept saying to the staff, I kept calling her Abergin Lass. No, it's not Abergin Lass. It's Abergin Lass. Because I said that I knew her from last year, in the surgery 1, and I kept saying Abergin Lass. No, it's Abergin Lass. and then I saw her on the field up here, and I said Abergin Lass, and she came over. So just when I started calling her by the right name, that she came over to the fence. So it's probably because I wasn't calling her by the right name that she didn't come over. That she didn't come over to say hello to me. That's probably why. That's probably why it wasn't getting any hellos from her. Because I kept calling her by the wrong name.
Yeah.
And she's also very, very shy too.
Yeah, she loves telling jokes as well. So that's the thing she likes to do. telling jokes. She just tell Paddy Irishman, Paddy Englishman, Paddy tell some jokes.
And Fifonian, oh, you know about Fifonian, yeah. It's very sad that Fifonian was taken off site, and I know Fifonian since last year, and I know her quite a long time, Fifonian. It was very sad that they took her off site. I got very emotional. Oh, my friend. Fallopians. I forgot about her the other day. Fallopians. I remember I was watching the video there yesterday, the 8th of March, when we're over here. I had great interactions. It's probably the best. It's probably my favourite time of the year. My favourite time of the year in the nurseries. The favourite time of the year of the nurseries was probably the 8th of March ever. It was when all the mayors and foes were out here. I think my favourite interaction of the whole season was with Fallopians when she came over and licked my hand. Remember she licked my hand. She's probably the only one. She's the only one that gave me any attention that day. She's the only one that kept coming back over to the fence. I had a few hellos with Love Street and what's her name, Crease and that. But I think she's probably the best one of all of the mares that day. She's probably the best one that gave me any attention. Fallopians. And I never thought I'd get. I didn't think I'd get any of the stallions that day. She just kept coming back for more and more. And and I got a few licks on my hand. She kissed my hand, and it was lovely interactions, wasn't it? It was a gorgeous day. And then went up there to the nursery 2 and nursery 3, and we had a hello with what's her name, Ratarua, which just means Red Star. I think it's Red Star. Yeah. Red Star and Anotta, something like that. We got some photographs of Anotta and Ratarua up there. Ratarua, something like that. And Fallopians. Oh yeah, Lucrece. You knew about Lucrece. She's very nervous. She didn't like being touched on the face. She preferred to be touched on the neck. And she's French mare, and so she's gone home now. I'm not too sure we're going to see her next year now. She's gone back home to France. And Cadabra, so saying she there about Cadabra. She's back at the stud. I got reunited with her on the 14th of March. I was watching the footage of me footage this morning of when I got reunited with her when we opened the paddocks, and I got another interaction from Fallopians that day as well. Fallopians came over to the fence, so I had a nice interaction with Fallopians that day. She came over to the fence and said hello to me that day, and Lucrece came over to say hello as well. And I saw what I thought was the Queen's horse, and it was Cadabra, and I couldn't believe it. I hadn't seen her for it was 2 years since I last saw her, and I saw her. First time I saw her was here in this actual paddock 2 years ago. This actual paddock in Nursery 1 2 years ago. It was the first time I saw her 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And so that was lovely. And she had this was March 14th actually, and she had a duct tape on her left hind rear leg. Remember that? Yeah. Left hind rear leg. She had a duct tape on her leg. It obviously hurt her hoof. Do you remember? Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember that? Yeah. Yeah. And it was actually you that pointed it out to me about that duct tape. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have seen it. And as I just said about the Queen, it started off the year. The very first mare that I met, you won't believe it, folks. She used to be owned by the Queen Mother. We met royalty at the stud. Mm-hmm. Royalty. We met up with royalty at the stud this year, folks. Royalty. Met up with royalty at the stud this year. Oh God, what's that? Look. We met up with royalty at the stud this year. Sorry. Met up with royalty at the stud this year.
With one accord.
Her name is with one accord, and she's owned by the Queen. So we started off with royalty. So she's the very first mare that came over to say hello to me with one accord. She's the very first one that came over to say hello to me with one accord. She was owned by the Queen Mother. She's the very first one that came over to me. She's the first mare that came over to say hello to me. Was with one accord. I first read about her or saw I first spotted her on Twitter. Before I met her, I saw her on Twitter. But she was known on Twitter as One Accord, not with One Accord, as One Accord. It only said One Accord on Twitter. It didn't say with One Accord. It said with One Accord on the tag, but it didn't say with One Accord on Twitter. And there was video footage, or a video of her and her foal. And she foaled with Dragon Pulse. She foaled with Dragon Pulse this year. And Red Trua, I mentioned Red Trua. And she foaled with Decoration Night this year as well. So we met a great mares this year. So I mean, an amazing year. So it was incredible. So and Alnota was probably one of my favourite mares. Alnota and Ibiza was probably one of my other favourites as well. So, and Wild Step, I never get over a Wild Step. Sanyasha twin. Yeah, so they're great happy memories here. So oh God, my fucking thing is going up funny here. Press something on my fucking. My time's going up funny here now. Did you see if we can get that time back up? The top.
Where it was?
Up the top, yeah. Don't know what happened there. Press something. I must. No, but that's all the mares that we met anyway. Those had a magnificent time. It was an amazing year, and but I think my favourite memories has to be when I met up with Royalty, the stud. The Queen Mother was my favourite. She was the favourite mare that came over, and she is the first one that came over to me. And she came over to me 2 visits in a row, like this. She came on the first day, the first visit, and on the second day as well. So 2 visits in a row she came up to visit me. She came on the first day, and on the second day it opened on the 11th of February, and we came again on the 14th. So both visits every day, the first 2 visits of the stud, she came over to say hello to me. So I think that with One Accord took a liking to me. I think she took a liking to me. But I was actually quite disappointed though, because she didn't stay in the stud for very long. She wasn't here for very long. She wasn't. She just wasn't here very long. She wasn't. And another mare that doesn't stay very long in the stud is Apple McFlurry, which is the daughter of McFlurry. She's the daughter of McFlurry. McFlurry, who we know from 2017. McFlurry's daughter, Apple McFlurry. We know her from only last year. She never stays in the stud very long either. She wasn't here very long either. But McFlurry, her mother stays in the stud a lot longer, so she's here like more or less nearly the whole of the season. But Apple never stays. Apple never stays here very long. But I had very good times though with her foal this year, and her foal is shut up very very fast. I was actually calling the foal he for most of the year. It's actually a she. It's actually a filly, not a colt. It's actually a filly. It's actually a filly now, not a colt. Her foal's actually a filly. Apple McFlurry's foal is actually a filly now, not a colt. I was actually calling it he for most of the season. It's actually a filly. And she's absolutely beautiful, and she's actually grew up so fast. I remember when I first saw her, she was that small. She shut up, so she's got so big now. But unfortunately, all the foals are gone now. They're all gone now. So there's only the Legends and the Stallions left in the stud now. So we had a little time now earlier on now with the hurricanes. So that's the only interaction I've had so far today. But just thought I'd share some of my happy memories. But I hadn't had all. They weren't all happy memories though. But it started off with good happy days, good happy moments, but I had very sad moments as well. So what time was it?
1:10.
1:10. How long was that?
You're on 36 minutes.
36 minutes. Oh, it feels longer. Feels longer. I want to take a break and we'll go take my tablet.
Charge the camera as well.
Charge my camera.
Both of you?
Is that flashing?
Yeah. Pause video?
Pause the video.